The Mazibugos, a family living in the township of Soweto in the city of Johannesburg. Grandma Sophie, daughter Nkenzani, and son Sipho live with mom and dad. Nkenzani and Sipho are both university students. Grandma Gogo Sophie is retired, while Mr. and Mrs. Mazibugo work in Sandton. At dinner time, the conversation centers on the fact that Gogo Sophie had a very long and tiring day. She had to go to the post office on the other side of town to collect her pension. Because she missed the 6 a.m. bus, Gogo had to wait a whole 2 hours for the next one in the cold. Gogo Sophie prefers the bus to the minibus taxi because it drops her close to the post office and because it's more affordable. Her grandson doesn't understand the reason for this long delay and suggests Gogo try a new way of using public transport. Sipho tells her that she could have taken the Bus Rapid Transit System, or BRT, a new transport system designed to ensure that all who live in the cities and townships can have easy access to the services they need. The BRT is affordable and is made for everyone, young, old and disabled. This new public transport system is an important part of the national urban policy called the Integrated Urban Development Framework, or the IUDF. Adopted by the South African government in 2016, the IUDF provides a new approach to urban investment, which in turn guides the private sector and households. Its vision is livable, safe, resource-efficient cities and towns that are socially integrated, economically inclusive and globally competitive, where residents actively participate in urban life. Mr. Mazibugo adds that the IUDF aims to guide the development of cities to be well connected, in which everyone can live and move with ease, while addressing the unique conditions and challenges facing South Africa's cities and towns. Transport systems like the BRT are actually part of rectifying the old geographical patterns created under apartheid, which forced poor, mostly black people to live in areas far from the cities and far from work and recreation opportunities. For example, many people live in Soweto but work in Sandton. This means they have to use a large part of their income and spend hours every day just on transport to work. But a reliable public transport system like the BRT shows that city governments are trying to improve their lives. Nkenzani agrees that this is an important policy, but she has a different set of goals. Her main concern is whether she will get a job after university graduation. Unemployment among young people is really high. Her second concern is security. As a young woman, safety is a big issue. Her mother explains that the IUDF recognizes that cities and towns are at the center of driving sustainable urban development, creating an environment which is conducive to live, work and play. There are many programs that each municipality is running to ensure that communities are safe, especially for women and children, like the creation of parks. These parks are not only meant to make cities beautiful, which is important, but also to allow safe spaces for people to play and relax in. Mr. Mazibugo mentions that it is also important for citizens to engage with cities, to learn about their programs and to attend public participation meetings in order to hold cities accountable on their promises. Certain programs, like those focused on equipping and empowering youth to contribute to the city's economy and overall future of our country, run all year round. Some programs are aimed at integrating transport and mobility for people like Gogo, while others serve to create safe recreation areas or to build office and residential infrastructure. The IUDF vision for South Africa's urban areas recognizes that the country has different types of cities and towns, which have different roles and requirements. As such, the vision has to be interpreted and pursued in differentiated and locally relevant ways. Gogo, who has been listening all this time, laughs and says, "Okay, all of you with all these big words, my head is hurting. Make me some tea now. And Sipho, please get me a BRT ticket. I'm not waiting this long again next month."